I feel bad because they had their intentions were their heart was in the right spot.
They were being scumbags. They were being little scumbags.
Welcome back to Tuna Blue, episode 40. I am your host, John Flounder Caruso, here with Stevie D, our co-host, and DJ Lou, the editor-producer in the background, making the magic happen. DJ Lou's really excited right now because we have new equipment. We got cameras in front of us, brand new. Lou's got a station. I wish I could turn the camera around and show you his little station here. He's set up. Don't forget, we're also recording from Energy Defender Studio. Call Energy Defenders for all your solar and roofing needs. Steve, we're back. It's been a week off. It's been long. I think some changes for me. I'm working with a new company. I got the foreman position. Paving guy, doing some parks, some parking lots, some trenches.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we're back in action.
Thrown right in with the wolves.
It is thrown with the wolves. So I'm a foreman now. I got the campaign going on. I got my kid in San Diego. It's everything. 2025 is officially off to a sprint right now for me.
Hell yeah. Good start.
Yeah, man.
Do you think dogs know that they're dogs?
Yeah.
You do?
Well, listen, all right. I know where you're going with this because I hate to even admit that I think like you sometimes, but I wonder, does a dog know that I'm the word dog? I'm a dog? I don't know. What is a dog in dog language?
No, I mean, do you think they know they're not people? They feel part of the family. You think they know they're like a pet, or they're just like, why?
I would hope
why
so.
Why are you feeding me this? You guys are eating that.
Yeah, I would hope so.
I don't think they do.
No?
No. I think they just think they're like a neglected child. Sometimes. Because the dog, my dog, she's having hip problems. She's getting really old. She's 10 years old now.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad, but and she always would jump on the couch, jump on the bed. Michelle never lets her up there.
Right.
And now every once in a while in the morning, I'll wake up and she'll be on the couch. And I'm happy that she's able to get up there. I'm like, oh, good for you, El. And Michelle's just like, get down, But I'm like, she don't know she's a dog. She thinks she's like one of us.
You think so?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you think they're that smart?
No, I just think they're dogs. Dogs, I've read somewhere that dogs only understand, dogs don't understand emotions. And they understand the tones of your voice. You can sit there and be like, "You're such a stupid little dumb dog," and they don't know what you're saying. Yeah. And I think they only comprehend around a dozen words. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think their brain is functioned like that.
So they definitely don't know they're dogs.
No,
so they think they're us.
They know they're dogs. They have snouts, they have tails. I mean, we don't have tails.
But they don't. I mean,
don't they look at us and go, "Damn, you stand straight up"?
I don't think so.
You don't?
What do you think, Lou?
They recognize other dogs when they're out.
Well, because they smell their ass.
They bark.
Well, yeah, but I feel like they can, they can tell that's me. That's one of me. I'm going to go sniff its ass.
Right. Could you imagine that's how we greet each other? What's going on, Steven? How you been, man?
But you'd like that, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Oh, that is you. Yeah. Do you know why they do that? There's a gland in there. There's a gland in the dog's ass. So, so literally, when a dog shits, and a dog can go over and smell another dog's turd and can recognize it from the gland from that dog's butt, and know what dog laid that turd. If it met the dog before.
So when you're taking your dog for a walk, and it's smelling all the pee, all the poop. But there's some dogs that they only know from poop. They're like poop buddies.
Well, they would only know.
That's my boy.
They would only know the poop, right?
Time.
But they would recognize if they met the dog before and then smelled the poop because they smelled its butt gland.
Do you think they have friends that they never met that they're just poop buddies? They're just I smell your poop all the time. And he lays one next to it yeah, what's up, dog?
What's going on, bro?
Let's hear it too.
No.
I want to go to bears now.
All right.
Yeah.
Cocaine bear.
No. Bear with me. Bear with me.
Yeah.
You know how to spell BEAR?
Is it really?
Yeah.
So it means the bear with me. But if you bear,
it's got to be a
bear
different
with me
definition.
Means wait. If you just bear with me, that means be patient.
Yeah. Bear with
me. Did you look it up and say where that origin came from?
I didn't look up the origin, but I saw it spelled BEAR, and I'm like, there's no way that's right. It was like a Chinese restaurant. It was like bear with us, and it spelled it BEAR, and I was like,
I got to kick this.
That's not right. And then I looked it up, and I was like, oh shit, it's right.
I mean, I'm on switcher duty now, so it's hard. It's hard. You guys got your phones up.
Oh, bear. Oh, yeah, no, we do. Bear.
Yeah. But I always thought it was. I would have thought it was BARE.
I would have thought so too.
But I guess that doesn't make any more sense.
No. So BEAR must have two definitions. I would love to know the definition of bear with me as it's phrased.
Bear with me and bear with me explained.
It can't just be like a noun, because that's a verb. Bear with me.
You're correct, because bear with me, BAAR, is a commonly misspelling. It's commonly misspelled for that. With B, it's the correct spelling is BEAR.
Yeah. Why?
Was there
another definition?
The confusion arises from the similarity of pronunciation and spelling of two words. Bear with me has no meaning and should be avoided. Here's what to know about bear with me. The meaning, a polite request for patience or understanding while someone finishes. So we know that.
But the word bear itself.
The origin from the Old English word bearen, meaning to carry or support.
Huh.
The verb bear means to endure or to be patient.
Huh. All right.
Oh, so if you bear down on something, it's BEAR?
I guess so. Yeah.
That sounds more like an animal, though. That sounds like you used the animal version of that, like bear down. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
Like a bear.
Yeah. Bear down is BEAR. Well, okay. All right. Dogs and bears. Oh my. You have any tin men or lions and tigers and bears? Oh my.
Oh my. Nah.
No.
So you got let's talk about your job.
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
So I got hired at this job. I knew the guy that was running it. That was the current foreman, and it just when I got there, it seemed like it was going all right. But I guess I wasn't. He was there for about a month, and I guess it just wasn't working out. So we're working, and I'm thinking it's going okay. I see the superintendent pull up, and the foreman's like, oh, this ain't good. I'm like, nah, he would have stopped. He'd have stopped. If he wasn't good, he'd probably said something to you. So we're raking, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden he comes walking over to foreman. He's like, yo, we're laid off. Let's go. I'm like, what?
What time was this?
Like 2.5 days.
What time in the day was
11
this?
o'clock.
They let you off at 11 o'clock?
They were like, listen, he told the foreman.
Just leave?
He told the foreman, you're laid off. It's not working out. I'm sorry.
They must have hated him.
Take your buddy with you. So I walked over and introduced myself and just said, listen, did I do something wrong? Because I don't want to get laid off. I was kind of looking forward to getting started, and getting back in action here and blah, blah, blah. So we started talking, and in the talking, he was asking me about what I did. I told him I was a foreman before, and he goes, you think you can run this work? I need somebody that can run this work, blah, blah, blah. So long story short, I did a brief interview with them. The next morning I went in and talked to him and the owners, and they seemed to like me, and I seemed to like them. They seemed like a real good a good company, a command company at Egg Harbor City. So they seem like real good people. So, hey, we'll give them a shot.
And now the previous foreman now works for you.
No, and now he's later. Yeah.
So now he works for you.
Yeah.
Well, the old switcheroo.
Well, yeah. But you know what? I the reason I said that was because before I said, hey, before you lay him off and get rid of him, can I ask him if he's willing to come back as a worker? Because he's worked with me before. We've worked together before. He's been under me before, and I was a foreman. So, because that's when you get laid off, I feel bad for especially as a foreman position. Sometimes it's a shot to the gut, and pride-wise, guys don't want to come back as a worker. But what if these guys are just hungry for money, you know what I mean? And they need it. The family, they got kids, they got the wife. Maybe they're only dependent on money. I feel like you should give that guy an opportunity. If he was a decent guy, it's just not working out, but he still was a decent guy and a worker. See if he would be willing to go back to a labor position.
That's what I'm saying. How come they jump right to layoff? Why wouldn't they try and reorganize first?
I don't know. I don't.
It's like a common thing where they say it takes like 4 months or 6 months for a crew to really be a crew.
And I don't know how phone conversations went. You know, I don't know what but they didn't have any hard feelings with him. So and they said, listen, there's no hard feelings here. You can bring him back. And actually, he's like, thank you. He actually thanked me today. He was like, I'm happy. He goes, I go home with a smile on my face. I'm not. He goes, this worked out perfect. I said, good. I'm glad.
Good. That's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm actually excited. It's really some interesting work paving in these. So they're building a lot of parks. And it's a lot, and basketball courts. I'm going to pave basketball and pickleball courts. Never done that. That's pretty cool. Just pathways, and this one we're doing tomorrow. We're going to finish topping it. It's in Woodbury. They built like a pavilion area, and then another little sitting area, and then one mulch area with some playground in it, and then there's asphalt all in between it. So we got to go in, and that's what we're doing. We're topping that tomorrow. But I think that's pretty interesting. It's not because this type of paving is not. It's completely different than highway road paving. You know, where it's
production. Just go.
Yeah. This is 100 ton. Tomorrow, 100 tons of top is going to take me all day. Yeah.
Wow.
Because it's handwork, some paver, handwork. Paver, you know, it is, and it's got to be tedious, especially in these things. You got to hold the grade.
How do you keep the asphalt hot?
Well, tomorrow I have an extra roller. Now I'll have a third for this small job. I'll have to have a third guy and a third operator because one guy has to run the paver, another guy has to feed the paver. I can't put a truck in this area, so I have to feed him with a backhoe. And then some areas he has to switch off the backhoe and get in a skid steer because it's so tight. And then then I'll have one guy on the roller that can hit it while it's real hot. This way it'll smooth out and look nice.
I imagine you need like a bunch of tamper guys. Like you need a lot of tamping.
And then I got 4 laborers.
Yeah.
And then myself. So we got a full crew.
How do you keep it hot though? Like how do you keep the asphalt hot? Like are they rolling in with like? Do you have multiple trucks waiting?
No,
or just one at a time.
2 trucks, and I try to in the morning I stagger them about an hour.
So you got to find a plant really close.
It is pretty good. We're going to Downer, so it's like 25 minutes from there.
Yeah.
So it's not bad. And I had the one truck get loaded first thing. And then I tell the other truck, I wait till they get there, and I wait about an hour until that truck to get loaded. This way, they're not right on top of each other.
Do you just dump them and send them?
No, I keep it in the truck to keep it warm, to help keep it warm. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's
different.
It's different. It's a lot of thinking. It's a lot of planning how you're going to pull it out because you can't track
it's
yourself.
All logistics. Like,
yeah. But it's fun. I like that thinking. Yeah,
that's really cool.
So I'm hoping like this works out. I'll be having some nice cool
and
pictures.
Are you putting top down for like a pickleball court? Is that top?
I'm assuming it's top.
I wonder if it's that popcorn shit that like the water goes through and comes out the bottom.
I don't know. I want to say it's like so. I know the basketball court we're paving and then they paint it. They're like painting like a blue color. So I don't know how to work.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I know.
That's really cool.
Yeah. And I'm assuming the paint fills in. So maybe that's what they do with a pickleball court too. Maybe they put some type of paint on it. It's
they paint the whole thing?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
After you're
awesome.
done asphalt, and then when it's just cool enough, I guess they go in and they paint like you ever see like a blue basketball.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wow, very cool.
Yeah. So how's what's going on with you? You busy over there?
We're finishing up Route 9, like punch list stuff, and so we had to they switched the lights. So at the intersection of Route 9 and Route 50, they put new light posts, new lights. They were just upgrading. Mm-hmm. One light had a 60-foot arm. I mean, this thing was...
It's a super steel.
Yeah. I mean, this thing's like 3,000... It's amazing that these things even can be held up by 4 bolts. Mm-hmm. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, you need a crane over there. I mean, it's wild. I posted a video.
Them things, you have no idea. So did you ever see them set just the post?
Yeah.
All right. Did you ever watch that post after they set it and tighten it? Just watch that post. That post, any of them poles without the arm on it, steady is going like this.
Yeah.
It's just steady going back and forth. It's unreal.
Even with the arm, though. I mean, it's like bad.
And they have, you see how much bend they have, right?
Yeah.
That long arm. Yeah.
Well, 60 foot.
Yeah.
They had to be special made.
And then each of them signals have to be placed strategically on there.
Yeah.
And then I see when you were on the video, the picking video, like you had to try to pick that perfectly.
And it's weird because the arm comes perpendicular to the ramp that is congruent with Route 50. So, but it's displaying to Route 50. Mm-hmm. So all the brackets for all the lights and the signs, like the no left turn or stop on yellow, like whatever, all those signs have to be like they have to be angled so that they are, straight for drivers and angled down for the driver. They actually have like traffic light engineers that come out to the job and set it, and all they do is stand there and they're like, a little bit this way, a little bit that way. Okay, that's good. Like that's their job.
Because you know why? Because a lawyer will come out there doing an accident and find anything.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But anyway, so the way it works is new lights, new wires. So there's like a big box, which is basically like the panel.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a big box. It's like the panel for the entire intersection. The lights at each intersection, at each point of the intersection, run to another box. That box runs to the main box, which is the panel, and then all 4 lights run into that one panel. But all right.
I know. I've installed these. I know. Yeah.
I'm just trying to explain it.
Yeah.
But
So they go into a big control box.
Yeah.
You see the stand-up box that's real tall. That has all your electronics in it.
Yeah.
The smaller one, that's your electric meters in.
But unless they put a new box in, like a totally independent system from the old, you have to turn the existing off. And then run the wires, hook the wires up, and then turn it back on. So we were dark on Route 9 and Route 50, which is it's like bizarre because like you have all these designs, right? Like at everywhere. Like so we through the job we were doing the concrete, the asphalt, obviously, the electric, the pipe, everything. Now some of the new boxes, some of the lights got new boxes, some didn't. The ones that were getting new boxes, some of those new boxes were like, obviously they have to design them so they're not in the sidewalk. But some of the old boxes were put right in the middle of the sidewalk. But you can't take the old box out until the new box is in and the light's on.
Right.
So now you're like going back after we paved, after we striped, after we did everything. And now we're like ripping all this shit up. It's insane.
I know.
And we're pulling this foundation out from the old traffic light. Bro, this thing's like 8 foot deep. And it's just solid concrete.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, they had us there. There was a backhoe and a jackhammer.
I can't believe they made you pull the whole foundation. A lot of times
You
they'll
can't.
let you go forward.
You can't even do it with a backhoe. The backhoe was standing straight up.
Yeah,
like
you got a jackhammer. Usually you jackhammer down, they say 3 feet, and then you just
it's
cover
supposed to be 4. So they want 4.
4?
But they want them out.
Right.
Like they want them out because you're disturbing the soil. They want it like tamped with DGA, all that stuff. And I'm like, dude, we need like a hydro hammer. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, even if we did jack this out, like, we don't have shoring, we don't have boxes. So, like, yeah, we could go down like 3 foot, and then they're gonna want us to get shoring and boxes.
Right.
So, do you want to send a hydro hammer? You want to send boxes? Do you want to send a new, like, an excavator? Like, what do you want to do? Like, this isn't gonna work like this.
No.
It's really it's meticulous. It's very meticulous.
Yeah, and a lot of them signals. So the ones that are the big ones, the steel ones. So you've seen the regular ones they look like they're sitting on like square posts at the bottom. Them foundations go down about 3-4 foot, and then they mushroom. The bigger signals go down straight down with a cage in them, and they're like 20 foot.
Yeah, it's all rebar. You can't break the concrete. Don't even break. You just chip and chip and chip and chip. We're like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Like starting this thing. They thought they were going to pull it out with a backhoe.
No.
So we're digging this monster hole around this thing. I'm like, there's utilities all over the place. I'm like, what? What are you going to do?
Right. Right.
You're not going to pull this thing out of
You
here.
know what this is? This is a dumb thing of the week.
It would be if it would be if I didn't have another dumb thing of the week.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it is like, it's just wild. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's spec. I mean, I understand. Like, we're not using it. Take it out of the ground.
Yeah, but they don't realize how much of a mess that is trying to take that thing out of the ground.
It's a hell of a lot, dude. Yeah. It is. Even those boxes. I mean, them backhoes can barely pick up the boxes. Yeah, and the boxes are like 1/8 of the size of these foundations that are just solid.
Yeah, and inside them boxes, they're controller boxes, and then they have a programmer. That's where your cameras, your Wavetronics, your cameras come in, and they all hook in together. There's so many. You open up one of them boxes, the wires in there are insane. The electricians. We had one guy, Scott. He was so meticulous, but he could wrap inside pickle barrels too, and just the excess wire inside the junction boxes. He had it down. It was so pretty. He had them all nice and neat. Even when he curled the wires up, I give them guys a lot of credit because when they get inside them controller boxes, man, there's wires everywhere.
Rat's nest.
Oh yeah, and literally mice running around everywhere there. Yeah.
Even taking like the old some of the posts stayed for the lights because they would have like it would be a post where like it'll cover Route 9 and cover Route 50, but then we're getting a new one for Route 50, so the Route 9 one stays, the Route 50 one goes. And they're like pulling these arms, these masts for the lights down between wires, and they gotta spin it this way and then pick it up a little bit, and then with a crane, they're like it's really badass, dude.
Then you got to keep the height too when you're hanging them. You got to make sure everything's the height. There's a lot thinking involved. And forget it and I'm sure you've seen everybody that's involved out there when you do these traffic signals. There's everyone.
Oh yeah, they bring out the whole Ninja
and that's
Turtles.
a state one too. So that's that's a whole different. Yeah,
it's insane.
Everyone's out there. Yeah.
And not to mention the traffic out there. Like the traffic control that I had to do for that was insane.
Thank God you're doing it now. Could you imagine when it starts getting just a little warmer? Yeah.
Yeah. After Memorial Day.
Insane.
No way. Yeah, no way. But speaking of
dumb things.
Speaking of the electric.
Oh, the electric. Okay.
When you see people working on these wires up there, don't you just call them electricians? I do. If you're in a basket and you're working on a line, I call you an electrician.
Yes, I call them electricians. However, I guess in the electrician world, or that 351, a lot of them guys are called linemen.
They're not electricians.
Yeah,
but they're not even. Or
some of them cable.
It's electric lineman, cable. Then they have fiber optic, which they call fiber ferries. Apparently, I didn't even know that.
I didn't even know that. Yeah.
So I post this video, and I just call these guys electricians and we have this running joke of like these guys can just do whatever they want with traffic. And I saw this absurd traffic setup for these fucking linemen. And I just took a video. And I got demolished.
Yeah, they came
and most of it was because I called them electricians, and they weren't electricians. You dumb fuck. Moron,
I see
idiot,
they were coming at you.
Oh my god, dude!
I didn't even jump in. I stayed out of it. I stayed even out of it. So if you do comment, which we love, good and bad, we don't care. I had fun with that. It could be any three of us, by the way, that are commenting. You got Steven, whoever's on there. That electrician.
I was fighting for my life.
Yeah,
dude.
you were.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They were coming at you, guns blazing. Yeah.
I went through one time, and I just went to like newest ones, and it was just a billion. Like it was like 800 comments, and they're all trashing me. And I just went through every one of them. It really reminded your mom.
Yeah, it really reminded me of you. Like you were like it was like almost like a surprise like paintball blast. Like you came around the walls like you were just getting peppered by everything. I was like, oh my god,
who knew?
Yeah,
who knew that was such a hot topic?
You touched a nerve on that one.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, electricians out there. I mean,
sorry for misgendering the electricians. Now you know how they feel.
Pronouns.
Just saying.
Electricians have pronouns.
Yeah.
So, sorry, electricians. We do love you. I work with a couple really good ones that they're going to break my balls.
Fiber fairies. That's a new one. I never heard of that.
Fiber.
I like the fiber fairies. No, there's a fiber fairies. You dumb fuck. Sorry, dude.
Yeah. You fucking moron.
Mind your fucking business.
Why you're on the fucking phone?
Yeah. I'm like, what are you? Are you minding your business? You fucking male Karen fuck. I'm like, you're being a Karen than me being a Karen.
Yeah, you're a Karen.
You're fucking Karen.
It was great.
Fucking call me Karen,
they
motherfucker.
Came at you. We got to find some more. We know. I guess now that was great. Don't touch the electricians. Don't touch their nerve.
Yeah.
God, I thought operators were a little sensitive.
God damn. Yeah. It's all right. It's all right. Anyway, you're dying to get the dumb thing in a week.
I don't have it.
But you've said it twice already.
Yeah, I want you to do it.
Dumb thing of the week.
Oh, we said it twice now. What is it? What do you got?
You got nothing? Hold on. Lou, I got to send you a picture.
Other than myself?
All right, so here's a picture, right? So this is one sidewalk of the 4 roads that are intersecting Route 50 and Route 9. Okay? So this is... Okay, you can see the sidewalk ends. Correct? Like this is just a pad. You could if you were in a wheelchair, right? You could go up that, and then you'd have to just turn your wheelchair around and just come right back down because there's literally nowhere to go. Okay. Before we turned the lights on, we had to put this cold patch in front of the curb because it wasn't ADA
approved.
It wasn't ADA compliant.
Specs, yeah.
Because there was an inch lip in the depression.
Yep.
So now we do have to go back and fix it, but we had to put cold patch on this little thing that there literally 0 wheelchairs are ever going to see this.
Right.
Until they continue the sidewalk or something.
One person goes and trips.
But how is it ADA compliant when the sidewalk goes nowhere?
So the ADA is just the handicap itself.
I understand that, but it goes nowhere. So how is it ADA compliant anyway?
It's because when you have because
if a person in a wheelchair wanted to go there, turn around 100 times and then come right back off.
It could even mean a person with a cane. Like if a person over there wanted to touch that button to turn the light and was walking and tripped on that little lip because he couldn't lift his walker or his cane.
But to get there, right? If you're going to push that button across the road, that means to get to this little pad, you have to go over a 8-inch curb, walk through mud or grass or whatever, then walk onto the sidewalk that's existing, and then go to the light. Well, and they're worried about the 1-inch lip on the depression?
I would say yeah, because then they're probably going to put in future sidewalk.
Yeah, but why wouldn't they just do it now? They just spent, I don't know, how many millions and millions of dollars?
It's not in the budget.
But literally, if you just run that out another, I don't know, 10 foot, you hit the other side of the radius. And they could have just continued that sidewalk so it was like functional.
You know how many of these I've seen?
Yeah, but this is so dumb.
I've seen they're all over the place. They're handicap ramps to nowhere.
Yeah, I get it. I get like you gotta do it to the spec. I get it. Mm-hmm. But this is just dumb.
It is somewhat dumb because again, you're right. It's not going to get used. But what they're saying is we're going to use it down the road.
But you can't turn the light. So this was like this for 6 months. Yeah. And then before you turn the light on, it's got to be ADA compliant, or you can't turn the light on.
Steve, I get what you're saying. I don't know what ADA stands for, but
it's handicap accessible.
But it makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, because
why would you do that?
Right,
yeah.
because nothing was going to happen within that 6 months of it not being turned on. There was already a signal there, wasn't there?
There was a signal. There was everything there. And back to my point is like you can't go where are you going to go anyway. Even if you do want to reel your wheelchair up this fucking ramp.
Well, who's your loop man? That's what I got to say.
This is cold patch. We did this with our feet. I'm pretty sure. I don't even know if we used a shovel
before the cold patch was put down.
Oh, I don't. They didn't loot that. That was
paved.
That was paved.
Well, who was the board man? And whoever raked it, they got to rake that even after you go around the bend. Somebody's got to make sure that's coming up.
That might be Junior's side. Oh, Junior. Come on, June.
Throw him under the bus. He's not even working right now.
Come on, June. Yeah, he's working.
Oh, he's back?
Yeah, he's back. Yeah, he's feeling good.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah. Okay, that's my dumb thing.
All right. I do have a dumb thing. It's actually me. I called my kid the other day, and he was talking about how if he gets stationed somewhere, he wants to get a vehicle. He's like, I don't know if I want to get a vehicle or a motorcycle. And I'm like, oh, shit. So what do I say to divert my kid from getting a motorcycle? Because I don't want him to get one. You know, I don't need that extra worry on my
Just tell him to get one.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Right. So I said, well, you probably want to go with I would say like an SUV or even a Ranger again. You loved your Ranger when we had it. I said, why, maybe something like that. I said, because, on a motorcycle, if you want to go get groceries or say you want to buy something like a VCR, you're not going to
VCR?
Right, a VCR.
You said a VCR?
My wife looked at me and said, a VCR? I'm like, I don't even think he knows what that VCR is. I'm like, if you want to go pick up like a VCR,
you better not get a motorcycle.
You can't get it on your motorcycle, so
can't take my VCR home.
What is wrong with me? I do this shit.
Fantastic.
It is. I'm seriously so dumb sometimes with things anymore.
That's amazing.
It's like as I'm getting older, I've literally felt myself going through this whole change. No, not menopause, but this whole whole demeanor of mine. Like I'm coming into like a new person, a new like a way of thinking in life, and it's very gratifying. But a lot of times I'm so fucking dumbfounded.
You need alpha brain.
I think I do.
Maybe you would have went with like DVD player.
Maybe.
It would have been a step up. Anyway.
Get your little Bluetooth there, Gianni.
Yeah. You want to feel better about saying something like a brain fart like that? I'm talking to Michelle about a recipe the other day, and she was trying to say halved. I halved the recipe, and she said I undoubled it. She's like, I undoubled it. I'm like, do you mean halved? Because undoubling it is just making it whole.
Or listen,
or you double undoubling.
Yeah,
that's halving.
Or and this is going to be a very controversial one.
But I got it.
Or you split the recipe.
Yeah, split. But then splitting would imply
that was sarcasm, by the way, because I've never used anything else but split.
Really?
Yeah, split. You either double the recipe or split the recipe.
Yeah, but if you split, that implies that you're doing it twice.
No, if I split the recipe,
one here
I'm
and one
it.
is here.
No, I'm just cutting it in half.
Yeah, have it.
Or I just say cut the recipe in half.
Yeah. Undouble it.
Undouble it.
Undouble that recipe.
Or halve it. I don't say halve it. Undouble that recipe.
As soon as she said it, I wrote it down. I'm definitely talking about this.
Undouble.
Yeah.
Michelle, come on.
Yeah.
I can't wait to have them on.
Yeah. I know, that's going to be great.
To give you guys something to look forward to, episode 50, we're going to have a nice big episode with the wives. That's going to be a great one.
Game show.
That actually may completely, who knows, if we get good viewers on that may completely change the whole aspect of our, they may be the new additions. We might have the
just take our spot.
The couples.
Yeah.
The couples podcast. Just let them pick on us.
Yeah.
All right. Let's take a quick break for our sponsors. Don't forget Energy Defenders. We record from Energy Defender Studio. Call Energy Defenders for all your solar and roofing needs. Helmets to Hardhats. If you're a veteran coming out and you want to get into the union trades, Helmets to Hardhat is the way to go. Helmets to Hardhat is the gateway. If you're coming out, contact, or if you're in the reserves and you want to get in some type of union trade in the construction industry, contact Helmets to Hardhats. They will get you in to put you at the top of the list, and we'll get you into a good trade. You make some good money. So if you don't know what you want to do and you're coming out of the military, Helmets to Hardhat is the way to go.
Let's be frank. The best Bloody Mary mix you'll ever have in your life. Literally, if you go to franksway.com, franks-way.com, you get this Bloody Mary mix, you comment that it's not the best Bloody Mary mix you've ever had in your life, I will literally
buy it for you.
Yeah. I will. I swear to God, I will. I am that confident.
Here come the electricians.
It's the best book. Yeah, I know. I am that confident. It is the best.
I concur.
Yeah. The and the espresso martini. I mean,
you
can't go wrong with it. It is unbelievable.
My wife's very interested in it.
You think it's going to be heavy, and it's just light, and it's like it would be like the perfect like end of the night, like, drink. It's really, really
just
good.
The way you're talking about it makes me want to drink.
I know, I'm gonna drink one too right now. I know, my mom. We're supposed to get my mom one. So franks-way.com. Go check them out.
Okay.
So we were driving the other day.
Yeah.
And we saw kids selling lemonade.
Oh, listen, it's the ultimate old school hustle, man. When I see, we'll get to it. I know where you're going.
Listen, you little fucking scumbags.
Yeah, this pissed Steve off, and it kind of upsetted me. The old school hustle. I did this when I was a kid on 13th Street. I would drag the folding table out. I would mix up some lemonade or mix up some iced tea or both, and walk out. And sure enough, the UPS man would come and give me a $5 bill. I give him a couple glasses, and he would give me a $5 bill. But there were people that would stop. The mailman would stop and see me, and that was. But that's the old school hustle. We drive by.
Listen to this. Just listen to this, right? They got a kid a block away. He's like the lemonade guy, right?
Yeah.
He's got lemonade for sale, right?
He's spinning the sign.
And we're like, oh, look, they got lemonade, right? We go up there. It's Wawa lemonade on a stand.
A gallon jug of Wawa lemonade.
Scumbags. Listen, put it in a pitcher. At least hide it. Make us think you fucking made it. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm going to pay you $5 for a fucking lemonade from Wawa?
I would have if that was in a picture.
Oh my God,
if that was in a picture, I totally would have pulled over and I would have gave that kid a $5 for a glass of lemonade.
Yeah.
But I saw the gallon jug and I'm like, come on.
Is this how lazy these kids are, dude? You can't even get a picture out of it.
I will give them the credit for the thought of trying to go out there and hustle some money, just taking a product and trying to make profit off of it. But
they're assholes, dude. They're subbing out Wawa lemonade to people. They're like Wawa lemonade ambassadors.
What if somebody from Wawa saw them and
they
sued?
should. I hope they do. I hope they get sued. Unbelievable.
That's great.
Unbelievable.
That was
a little effort goes a long way. Just get a fucking pitcher. Cut a slice of fucking lemon. You know what I mean? One fucking slice.
Something. No, I do agree with that part. God.
Yeah.
I didn't know it stewed like that with you for that
Oh,
long.
I couldn't wait to fucking unload.
That was great.
I've been holding that in for a week.
Oh man, it was. And they were, and we jerked the wheel and everything. I was like, "Oh no!" And we made the hard left. I felt bad. The kids were like, "Hey, let me." Like, sorry, bro, can't do it, man.
We should have schooled them right then and there.
You can't insult the old school hustle.
They're like, dude, go get a picture inside. Don't your mom have? My mom had.
We should have. That's what we should have done. We should have stopped and said, "Listen, this is what we want to do."
Yeah, no way they made any money.
Yeah,
they shouldn't. I swear to God, they made any money. I'd be pissed, dude. But every mom in the world had the red picture. It was just like a red cylinder with the white lid and the red button.
Yeah, from Tupperware.
Yeah,
yeah.
And you just. But you could get a glass one if you're going to be selling it to people. You know, everyone's got to get a vase.
A picture. It just has to be.
Dump your mom's flowers out. Put it in a vase.
Put it. You could
with a slice of a lemon.
They literally could have just cut a couple slices of lemon and dumped that thing in a pitcher.
Rip
with
the
ice,
label off
with ice, and that's
How about
it.
that? Just rip the label off. Oh look, they made it. They put it in a carton. That was cool.
And they did. They had iced tea and they had lemonade.
Clear as day. Wawa. Fucking lemonade. Jerk off. By the way, we were 30 seconds from Wawa.
Right.
They must have walked there.
This is the best.
They took 3 steps to Wawa, bought lemonade, and now they're selling it.
I feel bad because they had their intentions were their heart was in the right spot.
They were being scumbags. They were being little scumbags, dude.
But what they did was they don't realize it is that they used their own money to buy that. They completely lost money.
They're like, I got an idea. I got a great idea. It's probably like buy one get one or something. Because they had the 2 flavors too.
Oh, maybe it was buy one
pink
get
lemonade
one.
and regular lemonade, both Wawa brand.
Was it? I thought it was iced tea and lemonade. Was it?
I don't know. I thought it was pink lemonade.
Maybe
I was
it was.
pissed. I was seeing red. Maybe that's what threw the color off.
Threw them for a loop. Sorry, electricians.
Yeah. Sorry. The electricians. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh my God. Is it story time?
I think so.
All right. Story time. We are back with Kinsey Mazing. Kinsey Mazing. He writes all these adult innuendo books. They're adult children's books.
There it is again. Adult.
Adult.
Okay, you love Adele.
All right. Adult children's books. Children's books. Adult children's books.
Where does that come from?
I don't know. What the fuck gots with the way I talk? Did you understand what I said?
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
Good.
All right. So this book, so crisscross applesauce, you little shits. It's Ben's Big Load.
Ooh.
Ben's Big Load. This is Ben. He's been carrying around a huge load for weeks. He needs to drop his load soon before it starts to leak. No matter how hard he tries, he can't seem to let it go. He wishes he could release it and watch a huge load flow.
What's his fucking problem?
Apparently, his dump truck's full, and he's got a big load, and he can't let it out. Maybe he's got to pop the gate.
Yeah, what's the problem?
He tried to drop his load off at Susie's place last week. But you know what? It's Susie with the cookie.
Oh, it's Cookie Susie.
It's Cookie Susie. But when he brought it to her, she said, "Not here. Your load reeks."
Good thing no one said that about her cookie.
Poor Ben has a sticky load. Right, Susie. We recognize you, Susie. That's her. That is Susie from the cookie. And that's why nobody's eating your cookie, Susie.
Yeah, no wonder.
Yeah. Okay. His load is overbearing. He filled it up to the brim. He needs to dump his load soon, or it might be the end of him. Ooh. They're all at a bar right now. His friends can tell he's hurting. They say that something's wrong. They ask Ben about his load and why he's been waiting so long. I have nowhere to dump it, he says. Every place I try says no. Do you guys have any suggestions? Where do you let your loads go? I just released it at any place at any time. I don't care where I release my load. Is that really a crime? Yes.
Yeah, kind of.
I just released my load to my ex-wife last night. She's always down to take it, as long as I get out of her sight. I released my load at Jim's house. He can take quite a fill. Maybe you can ask him. He lives right up the hill. Ben decides to try it. What does he have to lose? He grabs his coat and after finishing up his booze, he's going
to Jim's?
He's going to Jim's. Oh.
Was Jim the cookie guy too? Ooh. It's a bear Jim. A bear down in Jim there.
Yeah, boy. Hey, Jim. How's it going, man? I have a favor to ask. I got a huge load, and I need to dump it fast. Well, it's going to cost you. You can't just dump it for free. If I let you release your load here, what's in it for me? Jim wants something in return. Maybe a reach around? I don't know. Just name a price, my man. Anything at all. At this point, I'm desperate. I have no one else to call. Okay, you can release it here. This is just there is just one condition. If you tell anyone, you might wind up missing. Oh. He's pretty rough looking, Jim. Ben agreed to that. He knew he needed to be done. He released his load so fast, the load nearly weighed a ton. Ben felt so much better, he could finally relax. He knew where he could go. And the next time he was filled, he knew where he could go the next time he was filled to the max. For all those out there struggling to release their loads, Kinsey Mazing. Thanks, Ben. That's Ben's Big Load by Kinsey Mazing.
That was a little uncomfortable. I feel funny.
These books are out of control.
That is out of control.
I love it.
Yeah.
I like the cookie one better.
Yeah, I like the cookie one better too.
We got one more. We'll do one more next week, and that's called The Back Door.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Jim's back door?
No, I don't know whose back door. Could be Susie's. Maybe
Susie's back door.
Maybe Susie's got her back
door
door
is
out
open
there.
for business. Yeah. Susie and Jim.
All right, you got anything else?
Bagpipes.
What about them?
I was at a golf tournament.
One of my favorite.
I was at a golf tournament, and Joe McNally through this golf event. It was they do it every year. It's for something. I really forget what, honestly.
Joe McNally, Trip McNeely. Okay.
Yeah, and it was like this Irish theme because it was on St. Patrick's Day, so they had bagpipes at the golf tournament. Mm-hmm. Do you notice like any difference at all in any bagpipe song you've ever heard?
No.
They all sound exactly the same.
Yeah, I guess so. I never really took notice. I just know if you played a bagpipes at a viewing, forget it. I'm done.
You cried?
Cried, done.
They all sound the same.
I don't know
It's the
why.
same as the St. Patrick's Day song.
You go
is the viewing
especially a
song.
military event with the gun salute and they're doing the bagpipe. Oh, forget it, done.
Wow, I never felt like an emotional tie to bagpipes.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just made that and Amazing Grace. If I hear Amazing Grace at a viewing, that gets me. That's another one that'll trigger it.
Huh.
Yeah, Amazing Grace was like a family tie,
It's often you cried.
Kind of song. I'm an emotional guy.
Really?
Yeah.
It's been.
I cry a lot, not a lot, but when I do, it's more in private. To my wife a lot. Like sometimes, I've had breakdowns. Like literally, if it gets to be too much, I've had complete breakdowns.
I haven't cried in 11 years, probably.
Jesus.
No kidding. Like I haven't cried since I met my wife. I haven't cried for definitely over a decade.
What about when your first child was born? Really?
Nah. Close when the last one was when Angelina was born. I felt like I welted up a little bit.
I wonder if that'll change. Like when Giovanni graduated, oh my God, I was a mess.
Nothing makes me sad.
I was a mess.
You know what gets me kind of is the soldiers reuniting with their family videos. Those get me, dude.
No,
I like hold it in. A little bit, yeah.
I can't hold it in. If I watch them, because immediately I think of me and my son, and if I didn't see him, that's immediately where my mind goes. I haven't seen him for 2 years. He surprised me on Christmas, and I'm like, I would have a heart attack.
I have a total wall up. Like it is so I just don't feel like that anymore. For 11 years.
Do you think that's healthy, Stephen?
I don't think so. I'm going to talk to the psychologist about it. She's coming.
Probably should.
She's coming at the end of the month. Yeah.
I think every once
Dr.
in a while,
Amy Janke's
a good
coming.
good healthy cry. It's not
I wonder
bad.
if that backs you up like Ben. Like a big crying load.
Yeah, you got a big crying
You're
load.
gonna talk to Jim.
Loaded with tears. Maybe you're just dehydrated.
What if Jim just gives me a big hug?
Maybe
I just sob.
You just sob.
Ben's over there jerking off. Here.
I think you're just dehydrated. You're just not able to cry.
That's possible. I drink 120 ounces a day.
Nice. That's a lot of
At
water.
At least.
Good.
Water.
Water.
I've been doing the ice bath too. I made it to 3 minutes. I do it now. I'm an ice bath.
Really?
I'm an ice bather. Yeah.
You're an ice bath guy? Cold bath. I don't know.
It's a cold plunge. It's literally a freezer. Like, you know how you have a freezer?
Yeah, I know. Filled with ice water, yeah.
And it's just full of water.
You doing an adrenaline?
Yeah. There was a fingernail floating in it.
Oh.
Today. Yeah, this morning. I was in there I'm like in there for like a minute and a half. I'm like, oh, there's a fingernail.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, it was bad.
What do you do? What do you think about? What do you try to do?
Okay, so I haven't been able to do it because from my ankle to halfway up my shin, it feels like it's glass and it's going to shatter. Like that's literally what it feels like. It feels so feeble when I get in. So my record is like 47 seconds. And I finally was like, you know what? I'm doing it today. I was with Hanky Razat. Hanky's like, I'll do it. Fuck it. Right? So I go in, dude. I'm like 10 seconds. Like I hop right out. I'm like, fuck that, dude. I ain't doing that.
It's that cold, huh?
He gets in and he does the 3 and he feels what I feel. He's like, oh yeah, no, that hurts. And then he like suffers through it. And he gets in, he's like a minute and 30, minute 45. He's like, I can stay in here 20 minutes, I think. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, it feels better after a little bit. So he gets out and like, should I try again? I already put my clothes back on. And he was like, I was like, yeah, all right, I'll try it again. So I hopped back in, and then I had to then I had to do it, and I didn't even have to change underwear. And I had wet underwear at work, wet cold underwear at work all day. Yeah, and then today, but you do feel really good, dude.
Well, it does give you a boost in energy because it's releasing, it's dropping so many endorphins. It's helping.
It's not even
release.
energy. You just feel like light. Or
yeah,
something. Like you feel good.
What it does is it's a shock, and it's a good anti-inflammatory. That's why you feel so loose. It's an anti-inflammatory.
Yeah.
It's very mental too. It's a very mental thing for strength, a mental strength thing. Because you had to be able to endure that.
It's crazy, dude. Yeah, because for me, it's like 2 minutes. When the first 2 minutes, my legs really hurt, and then they get numb, and then it's fine.
Right.
You know? Or like I'll keep my arms out, and then when my legs really hurt, I'll put my arms in to like put my attention to my arms now. But then it's like a whole new level of like frozen side. You're like, and then you start like hyperventilating again.
And what's the temperature of the water?
It's like 47 degrees. It's not even that cold. 46, 45.
That's pretty cold though.
It's not, but like, I mean, I wear t-shirts in 45-degree weather. Oh my God, this is nothing. Are you kidding me? You know, and then but like cold water is different than cold air, apparently.
I guess.
You want to do the ice bath? Want to be ice bath buddies?
Yeah, no.
4:45 a.m.
I'm good.
Tomorrow morning?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass on that.
All right.
I'm gonna do the warm shower challenge.
It's tough. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Yeah,
Dude. Good luck, buddy. Yeah.
Nice hot warm
Good
shower
luck with
challenge.
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I challenge Lou for that. Okay.
Where we at, Lou?
We got it.
Oh yeah.
All right. Mm-hmm. Well, that's going to wrap it up for episode 40 of Two in the Blue. I am John Flounder Caruso, Stevie D. DeStefano, and DJ Lou in the background. We're shooting from Energy Defender Studio. Call Energy Defenders for all your solar and roofing needs. Don't forget, like, subscribe, follow, get in the comments, especially you electricians. We'll see you on the next one. Hey, Dad, how we do?
I think there's something wrong with you.